Everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys? I am so happy to be here with you today. I am bringing you another fun project. This is a 3D one, 3D Thursday. I was bringing you something fun and three-dimensional. So this right here is a little holder. Check it out. It has this cute little buckle and it holds, let me show you how the buckle opens. You just slide it out of that slot there. There's our buckle strap. And when you open it up, inside our little compartment are 4 3x3 cards. We have 2 different color schemes. I'm going to show you how to make those and the little holder that they go in. Okay. So I am going to go ahead and slide those back in here. The dies that are on the front of those mini cards and also on the front of this holder are from the Ranunculus dies. I used this flower here on the front and the leaf image on the cards on the inside. And then I used the Ranunculus Romance stamp set. I have the backgrounds done with this stamp here, this border, this one here, and this small one. The hello is on all of our cards. And then I've also paired it with 2 punches. So this one here is what does that little slit, and it is the Label Me Fancy punch. And then this one here is the Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch. And I used this side here on a 1/2 inch strip to just make a rounded edge tab. So this one's pretty awesome. We're going to use both of those today. So let's start with this one. I'm going to do the box first. This box is going to be the opposite color scheme. So everything that you see that's Rich Razzleberry is going to be Evening Evergreen, and everything that you see Evening Evergreen is going to be Rich Razzleberry. I'm flipping our coloring around. So this is going to be the buckle this time because the outer piece is going to be Evening Evergreen. So what I'm going to do is unlock my punch here. So I'm going to slide this down. It opens the punch. And I'm going to take this piece, and it fits in the 1/2 inch channel. I'm going to slide it all the way to the back as far as it goes. Give it a punch. And then you get that cool little rounded edge. Let me bring it up to the camera. Hopefully it doesn't get blurry. Sometimes that happens. And then this piece here is what it cut off. We're going to throw that away. So we're done with the Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch. It works awesome for that. And then we're going to use this one here just for this little slot, but we're not going to do that yet. So I'm going to move that out of camera for right now. Let's start with these 2 pieces. So this one's Evening Evergreen. This one is Rich Razzleberry, and it is the outer casing that holds our little project together. Okay. And this piece is 3 1/4 inches by 7. We're going to do some scoring on the long side. And then this piece here is the little pocket that's on the inside that holds the cards. I know it looks like an unusual shape, and it kind of is. It's 2 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And we are also going to score this one. We're going to score down the long side and down the short side. So let's go ahead and get my Simply Scored tool out. You guys know how much I love this for 3D projects. So I'm going to get it up here on top of the camera. Let's start with the larger piece of 3 1/4 by 7. So down this long side, we're going to score it in 2 places. We're going to score it at 3 1/4 inches. And at 3 3/4 of an inch. Now what that does is it gives me a little channel in the middle here. This little piece, that's where the little base that we're going to score next is going to fit right in here. Okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to burnish this in a minute, but I wanted to show you that. So let's slide this one in here. And this one is 2 inches by 5 1/4 inches. We're going to score it down the long side first at 1/2 inch, at 1 inch, at 4 1/4 inches, and 4 3/4 of an inch. So those are the marks: 1/2, 1, 4 1/4, 4 3/4. Now I'm going to turn it to the short side, and I'm going to score it at 1 1/2 inches. Okay, so that's what we have there. Let's go ahead and burnish on all of our score marks. Get my Simply scoreboard out of the way. You guys see how awesome it is for these kinds of projects. So let's go ahead and use our bone folder. We're gonna go ahead and get all of these score marks burnished so that we have a real easy time of cutting and gluing our pieces together. So there's that piece. That's what it looks like. And then let's do this one. All right, so there is our main piece. Now this is the one that is going to get that punched piece right on the back end of this part, okay? So we're gonna stick our punch in right here. So I'm gonna take a pencil mark. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna pull this out. So there's the back end, okay? And I'm gonna take a pencil mark and I'm just gonna put a circle with a pencil at the halfway. This is 3 1/4 inches. So I'm gonna get my little ruler here and I'm gonna hold it. And so 3 1/4, 3 1/2 is 3. And then 1/8 of an inch is part of the quarter. I'm just gonna put a mark, a pencil mark right there in a circular piece. I'm going to see if you guys can see it in the camera, but there it is right there. Okay, then I'm going to take my punch and I'm going to slide it in, and I'm going to get that little circle dot in the center of that slit piece. And when I'm happy with how it is in there, I'm going to go ahead and give it a punch. And there is my little slot, okay? So that's it for that punch. So those were our 2 punched pieces. So this one's ready to get our little box. So we're gonna make the little box that's gonna go on the inside here. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. So we're gonna start, we're gonna put that wide piece down. We have these 2 rectangular long pieces, and then we have 2 little squares here, and then a long rectangular piece here. So we're gonna cut these 2 little squares completely off. So I'm gonna go down this score line here. I'm gonna cut these off, okay? We don't need them, they're gone. Goodbye. So now we're gonna cut straight up from this side. Okay, like that. Now, this is going to form our base, and this is going to come in like so, okay? So the part that meets with this straight edge right here, I'm going to trim just a little angle cut right there so that there's room for all this paper to fold together nicely. I'm gonna make sure that my straight piece is nice and straight. So that's what it looks like when you're done, okay? So if you guys wanna get a screenshot of that, let me move my stuff out of the way here. You can get a screenshot of that. All right, so now we're gonna put it together. And to put it together, we wanna put these pieces, those little tabs, we're gonna glue it to this bottom long rectangle right here. Okay, so let's do that first. I'm gonna bring in my mat. We'll do one at a time. So I'm gonna start with that one. I'm gonna bring it down and in, and I'm gonna hold it in place just for a second for it to grab. Okay. Which is why we burnish these marks so that they fold nice. Now we're going to do the other side. So let's go ahead and put some glue on that tab. Put it in. Good. and hold that in place for it to grab. Now we're going to turn these two pieces in, and this is what is going to form our little holder that's going to go right here on this mark, okay? Here's this one. Here's this one. See, we have opposite colors. All right. So now we have to glue it into place. Let me hold this one open so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to put adhesive on this piece. And we'll put adhesive on this piece. And then I'm going to put adhesive on the bottom long panel. All right, so that is where the glue goes. So now I'm gonna lay it on my piece. So it's gonna go down here, right against that mark. I'm gonna put my bone folder, the rounded edge, to hold that so that it presses down there. I'm gonna do the same with the other side because I want it to be nice and straight. Okay, and now I'm going to bring this part to it. I'm going to bring that up, and I'm going to push my bone folder in at the bottom so that that grabs. Okay, and we're going to just set that to the side for it to adhere. This piece can be bent back, but let's let it glue first, and then we'll worry about bending that back. So I'm just going to let it sit for a minute. I'm just putting it off to the side. So let's work on the front of our box, okay? So we're going to do a little stamping. So I'm going to grab this scrap paper. You can see it's well loved. And this piece here of Very Vanilla. I'm going to take my Sahara Sand ink, and I'm going to go ahead and start my collage stamping. And I call this collage stamping because you just basically stamp at random. So I'm going to go here and maybe right there, and I'm going to put another one here and maybe one in this corner. And you can see I need the scrap paper because I'm stamping off the side. So that's good for right now on that piece. Let's go ahead and start filling in with these smaller stamps. You can stamp over the top where these are, and you're just kind of filling in. And then we're going to add this little stamp in these open spots here. You're going to turn it in different directions so it's coming from different places. I'm going to put another one of these little words there, right there in the center. So see, it's just a bunch of stamped images over the tops of each other. That is all the stamping that needs to be done on that for the front. Now we're also going to do that same kind of stamping on our cards. You can see here that I did the same kind of background on all of my card images. So let me grab my 4 pieces of Very Vanilla. Okay, now for this panel, the Very Vanilla cardstock, I'm trying to think of what I want to say. I just lost my train of thought. This front panel here, this piece of Very Vanilla, I'm sorry, is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and it's going to be layered onto a 3 by 3 piece of Sahara Sand. In fact, let's just go ahead and glue it down. So 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and we're going to glue it onto a 3 by 3 piece of Sahara Sand. And I do like to use the wet glue because I get to wiggle it into place and make it look right. All right, let's see. That looks pretty good to me. So there is the front. Let's set that off to the side. We're going to glue our flower on there, but not yet. We're going to do all the backs. Now for the cards, This layer of vanilla is 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. And then I've cut 2 of rich raspberry in 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 and 2 of evening evergreen in 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. Now the card bases are going to be Sahara sand. And the card bases, you need 4 of those because you're going to do 4 mini cards, right? And those are 3 by 6 inches. So you need 4 of those in Sahara sand, and then you score them down the center at 3 inches. And then you use your little bone folder here. Let me move this to attach your little corners and burnish. You guys know I'm like the queen of making sure that all of my cards lay flat. I don't know what I have on here. It's like something sticky, but let's go ahead and do this first. I'm gonna hold those in place and burnish my 3 cards. That way, when we finish these backgrounds, they will be ready to be put in here. See, I'm doing the complete project from start to finish. You guys get to see the cards in action, the little holder in action. I love doing 3 by 3. Okay, so here are the 4 card bases. Okay, and 2 of them are going to get the rich raspberry and 2 of them are going to get the evening evergreen. So let's go ahead and glue those into place, and then we'll set those to the side. So I'm going to grab my silicone mat and we'll put some wet adhesive on the back. There's one. Okay. Let's do the other one. And then we have to do the 2 evening evergreen ones. This is a fairly quick project, pretty easy to make. The collage stamping makes it fast. And I really love this project. I hope that you guys like it. It's a great little gift for a teacher. You can do it with any stamp set, of course, not just this one. But I love this stamp set. I love the vintage feel of it. Neighbor, coworker's birthday, somebody you just want to give a little something to. This is a really fun project. All right, there we go. So those are our bases. So we have those ready. So let's do the stamping now on our main pieces, okay? We're gonna do them the same way we did the front, same way we did this piece, okay? So we're just gonna kind of do those. So let's do all of them at the same time with the same stamp. See how quick and easy this comes together? Okay, now let's fill in with our little postmark here. And let's do this one. Just random, wherever you feel like it needs that. Okay, we're also going to use this little label. I think it's pretty cool. I like stamping it over the top of things. Two more to go. Pretty quick, right? It was a very quick project. From start to finish, even the 3D card holder. Let's put one more up here. And then I decided on these cards that I wanted to use a little bit of the lace stamp. So it's just kind of a border lace piece, and I'm just gonna ink it up, and I'm just gonna put it in different spots on each card. So that one's gonna go there. This one's gonna get it going this direction. And now you don't have to use this if you don't like it, I liked it. Oops, let me show you that one. Okay, so let's clean our stamps. We're done with our stamping of Sahara Sand. We're gonna use the hello in a minute, but we're gonna glue some stuff first. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean off this lace border, this cute little label, this postmark, and of course our awesome little background with that writing on it. Let's get these stamps out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and do a little gluing now. So let's bring our silicone mat back in. Gonna glue onto this piece our rose. So as you can see, it's very fine. So I did go around the outer edge because that to me was the most important part that stayed attached. So I'm definitely going around there, and then I'm just gonna randomly run my adhesive across, which is why this silicone mat is key. I'm gonna grab my tweezer to pick it up because I don't want to get adhesive on it. And it doesn't matter that I'm gonna put this over the adhesive because this is gonna glue to the front of our project and it's gonna need adhesive on the back anyway. So I'm just gonna kind of figure out how I want this rose to lay. Like that, I guess, is how it's gonna be because I dropped it. That's gonna go over the top. And then I like to use my little adhesive, my little adhesive remover. Once I have it in place and it's down, to pick up any loose wet adhesive that may have fallen in between these parts when I ran that adhesive down. I love that, and you can purchase these online. That's exactly what they're called, is a little adhesive remover. I love them. If you are a new to me customer, I do give incentives. I have some of these available. So if you're interested and you choose to have me as your demonstrator, just hit me up. Let me know that you would like to have me as your demonstrator. And when you place your order, then we can work on getting you one of those adhesive removers for free. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach this. That's why I told you it didn't matter that there was glue back there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and run that like so. We're gonna go ahead and attach that onto the front piece of our box. Oh, I love this color combo. It looks great. All right. So we're gonna press that into place. So this is what this one looks like so far. Pretty good, right? Love it. Okay, so now we're gonna finish the fronts of our card. So we're gonna figure out where we're gonna put that hello on them because we're gonna put some leaves onto these pieces. So we're gonna have 2 rich razzleberry and 2 evening evergreen. And I'm using mini glue dots to attach these leaves onto the front. So I'm just gonna put them wherever these little mini glue dots fit. So let me flip them all over to make it easy for myself. So it looks like we can fit 4 of them there. One down a little bit farther, and then these 2 pieces are big enough that they can fit these guys on there. And then I'm going to show you what I do with the other parts. Okay, so put that one. Let's put this one. One more to go. Right there, right there, another one down here, another one here. Now, we need some of these other parts just for support. So when you're done with your mini dimensionals, you end up with this wide border, and I use it to cut into strips. So I'm gonna need 2 strips for each card. So I need 8, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. I'm just going to pull a few of them up at once, and then I'm going to put 1 on the bottom of each of this section of the leaf. Put one here. So isn't this awesome that they give us this little borders? I think so. There's that one. And then for the rich raspberry ones, I hope I'm not moving this mat that I have on my desk. And you guys can still see good. All right. I'm so impressed with how quick this project is coming together. We're making 4 cards and a box to put them in, guys. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to use our Take Your Pick tool, and I like to use the pointy end to pull off the backs of my mini dimensionals, or regular dimensionals for that matter. So I'm going to pull all the circle ones off first, or hexagon shaped, or whatever shape they really are. I'm not sure. I'm not a mathematician, I'm a crafter. And then I'm going to come in here and do these straight pieces if they will cooperate. Now this one stuck to my finger, so while it's stuck, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. These pieces love my skin. Gosh. Let's try again. Put that one there. Ugh. All right. So let me grab the stem. I'm going to put this guy in place. Let's see if I get, oh, I have a little speckle there. Let's get this one and this one off. Let's get those, get this leaf on a card. All right, this one's going to get more angled because it's not stuck to my skin. Well, actually it did stick, didn't it? Oh my goodness. Of course, because, you know, I'm filming myself. Didn't happen when I made these the last time. So there's those. Let's get the last, let's move these to the top and get the rich raspberry ones taken care of. I'm going to try not to touch the dimensional backs once I pull them off. I'm going to try my best to not touch them. Let's see if I can do it. There's that one. Hey, so far so good, guys. See, learn from my mistakes. That's why I don't edit, because you guys need to see what you do when things go wrong, right? I mean, if everything is always perfect, that's not life. All right, we're picking up by the stem here this time. So do that when you're doing yours. Put that one in place. So there are our leaves. Once we have those in place, then we know where we can stamp, right? So we're going to stamp our words hello right on there. So let me grab that stamp. Where is my little hello stamp? I thought I had it out and it's hiding. Where are you? Here it is. Okay. So the rich raspberry, you're going to get evening evergreen on the ones that have the rich raspberry leaves. So we'll do that one first. So we have hello and hello. Let's clean that. And we're done with the rich raspberry. I mean, with the evening evergreen. Go ahead and clean that off. And let's grab the rich raspberry. Move these guys out of the way and bring these guys in. So let's do the hello in the rich raspberry. See why the leaves had to be in place before I stamped these? Because I wanted to make sure I had room for them. Awesome. Let's clean this off. And the finishing touch is going to be to glue these down. Bring my silicone mat in. And I want to make sure I glue them onto the right one, right? So the ones that have the rich raspberry leaves are going to get the evening evergreen background. So hopefully this one's rich raspberry. Nope. Let me grab a rich raspberry background. Here we go. The words match the background cardstock. So there we go. Oh, that looks awesome. All right, so there's that one. This one is also evening evergreen, so it's going to get a rich raspberry card. Let's glue this one into place. This is awesome, guys. I'm so pleased with this. So there's those, and let's do the last two. I love how quick and easy this comes together, right? Like, we are making a 3D box and 4 cards. Pretty quick, pretty easy, and pretty awesome. Okay, there's that one. One more to go. We will pair them with the envelopes, and then I will show you. Okay, so there is our cards. Now we need to attach the buckle. Oh my goodness, I totally forgot that. So let's see if I can make this happen for us. We gotta lift this up a little right here. Let's see. Just enough to get that buckle piece and to slide in there, right? So that's what this little spatula is for when you make mistakes like me. So let's see how far I have to. There we go. We're good. So let's put a little bit of adhesive on our buckle. You guys have to remind me when I forget to do things. So I'm going to put adhesive on both sides since I have lifted the adhesive there. And I'm just going to lift that up to slide that in place. Come on, I'll get in there. There we go. Looks awesome. Let's straighten it up. Of course, my adhesive remover will come into play and to the rescue if I need it. So there's that. Now I'm going to use my bone folder and I'm going to curl that cardstock right there. Sorry that I forgot to stick that in there. You guys were probably screaming at me before, but, and then this buckle is going to slide in just like that. So let's go ahead and grab the envelopes. These are our 3x3 mini envelopes. You can purchase those. They'll be linked in the description below. So I like to put one envelope with each card to make them look pretty. And we're going to do a green and a pink and a green and a pink like that so that they're varied. We're going to slide these puppies into their holder. Just like that. Okay. We're going to slide this buckle into place. Love that. Okay, so now you can see we're almost done. Good. Thank God for this little spatula, right, guys? Now you guys know what you can do if you make a mistake like I do. See, that's why I make all these mistakes for you guys. Not really, but it ends up working out, doesn't it? So I have a little scrap of Sahara Sand cardstock, and I am going to stamp the Just For You. And this time, since it's going to be on the Rich Raspberry Flower, I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen. So I'm going to go ahead and ink that up. Be careful not to rock my stamp. That looks awesome. Let's clean it. And then I'm going to trim that down. I'm going to use my little paper trimmer here. Let's grab it. This is the one I keep on my desk. So I'm going to just put that in there like so. I'll cut it right there for right now, and then let's figure this out maybe right there. And I'm going to trim it down just slightly. I'm just going to take a hair at a time until I get it the right size that I am pleased with. I'm going to do a little bit off of each end also. This is why I like using a little guillotine trimmer. All right, so there is my piece. I'm going to put get all these scraps into the trash. I'm going to put 3 dimensionals on the back, the regular big ones, if I can find what I've done with my dimensionals, because when you start crafting, guys, you end up with a big mess on your desk, and then you can't find anything. But I did find them. Here they are. So we're going to put 3 of those on the back. Give it nice support here. All right, take your pick tool again. Oh my gosh, how well did that come to the rescue for me? And then we're gonna put the Just For You right here on the end. Love that. Let's add some pearls. I found these old pearls that I've had. I don't even know how long. They've just been kind of sitting around. And so look at how old they are. They have the green backing, but they still work. So we're gonna use them. Let's grab 3 of them. We'll put 1 up here on our flower, and let's put 1 down here, and then I'm gonna put 1 maybe right here. That looks great. What do you guys think? So see, embellishments never go out of style. You can hold on to them. I found those in an archive. Gosh, I don't even know how old those are, but they still stick. They still work. They're awesome. So there is the one we made today. Again, this is what it looks like on the inside. Let's grab our silicone mat out of the way. We used the Ranunculus Romance stamp set, the Ranunculus dies. We used 2 punches today. We used the Label Me Fancy punch and the Lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch. Those were the items that we used, and this was our awesome project. I hope that you guys enjoyed today. I have enjoyed being here with you. Thank you for watching me. I am grateful to have you always with me. Stay tuned. Tomorrow I'll have another video for you, and definitely check out the last 4 videos. Thank you again for watching. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Check out my products. They're linked in the description below. Subscribe to my channel. Give me some thumbs up and share my video. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Happy stamping!